Hey man, he could just have a positive disposition. He's like, hey man, protest happened. And he's smiling.
Smiling. Peace. How you gonna say peace when they out here and they're getting ready to fuck us up? How can you say peace when they come to a peaceful riot, ready to fucking riot with sticks, guns, bombs, missiles, whatever the fuck they need?
First of all, I didn't say peace, but I like exactly, you know, these are the questions I'm asking. Bro, let me ask you this. I'm live streaming to 3,000 people. What is it today, though? What particularly is it today?
It ain't the day, it's every day.
So what is it every day then?
Every day.
What is it every day though?
Every day. I gotta worry about being pulled over.
Okay.
Being beaten.
Okay.
Every day, bro.
Okay.
What are you doing, black man, asking me?
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. You guys, you hear it right there. And you, man, you hear this varying thing here. Clearly this brother's out here for one reason. Clearly my good colleague right here is out here for another reason. But everybody, man, this is what I'm saying.
This is what they want. They waiting to do what they like to do, and that's beat on civilians. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck Floyd. That's their job. That's their motherfucking job. And our job is to stand here and fight the fuck back.
Then let's march.
Fuck a march. I'm standing here and I'm gonna hold down my motherfucking fort. This is my country. My ancestors built this shit.
All right. I can chime in on that one.
Me and all y'all.
Man, as you can see, I've been telling people here that, you know, everybody, they come to these protests and it's a lot of different things. It's a lot of different things. It's a lot of different things. Sometimes we hear people triggered. We see people triggered by different things. We see people who've never had an issue with the police to come here. We see people who faced issues of police brutality here. We see people who are pissed off over COVID. You know what I'm saying? They still waiting to get their unemployment check, or they got beat on the unemployment fraud. Governor Inslee, if you're watching, man, if you could please look out for that, because you got so many people out here that, man, they're frustrated. You know, it's 40 million people in America that are unemployed, that have been unemployed. Man, hold on.
Y'all all soulless creatures. You got beat on by the same white man they tell y'all to beat on us. Y'all got sodomized in the booty hole just to be standing right here. All y'all. All y'all. Y'all can't make a decision for yourself. When was the last time you ever made a decision for yourself? Oh, I just scratched my face on my own. This is what they do. They get mad now. See, everything I'm saying, they get mad now. They ready to beat on me. Because this is what the master's telling them to do. Fuck chill. Fuck chill. We told them to chill when they had his knee on my brother's neck. We was telling them to chill. Y'all watched the video, right? So don't tell me chill. Don't tell me chill, because when we tell them chill, do they chill? No, so don't tell me chill. If you scared, get the fuck away, because when they started coming, I'm not running. You heard?
We gotta lead by example. We gotta lead by example. We gotta lead by example. We do the same thing that they did to us. We're just gonna repeat the cycle. We gotta lead by example. Peace is the only way. Peace and love. Doing the same thing they did to us, we're gonna get nowhere.
You keep saying peace and love, and they start tear gassing you in your face. Say peace and love, officer, screaming,
That's what our ancestors did before us. That's what our ancestors did before us, and I'll do the same thing.
Okay. Malcolm said meet violence with violence.
Okay, so you got two ideologies here. He's saying Malcolm X, meet violence with violence.
Say his name!
You got somebody else right here who's like, you know, peaceful and stay peaceful and everything else. But both people are still here at the same protest.
You think that bad thing to somebody? You really think you're doing something in this world, huh? You really think you're doing something in this motherfucking world? This is what you're doing. Y'all causing chaos. We can't march peacefully because y'all staying down the street. Standing here like y'all can't go up here. Why? Because y'all said so? Huh? So y'all think y'all run the streets? Y'all think y'all run the six? Huh? That's what it is. But yeah, I'm glad y'all can't talk. I'm glad that's what it is. So they tell y'all talk. Y'all trained to do one thing and one thing only. And that's sick, boy. Sick. Get him, boy. Get him.
He can't breathe.
Get him, boys! Get him! Hey, Hill, come back, Hill! That's all y'all fucking do. That's all y'all do. Come on, bring them all. Y'all got the National Guard, come on. What Trump say? We got the National Guard, come on. Kill us all. Y'all can't. Y'all can't. It's too many of us.
You can't kill us all.
You can't.
It's off the Twitter.
Say his name, George Floyd. Say his name, George Floyd. Say his name.
Black Lives Matter, Seattle. Oh wow, this is interesting. Hold on. We got it. It says here, it's on. I'm gonna retweet this from my Twitter right now so you guys can see this. Oh, let me put my info up here. So man, if you guys are out there, please follow me on both of these. And this is the address for both Twitter and Instagram. It's my personal Twitter and Instagram, and also Converge Twitter and Instagram. But man, it says right here, Black Lives Matter, King County is not organizing any other protests taking place or any in-person events at this time. Wow, none of our board members were involved with the meeting today with Mayor Durkin or Chief Best. We do not know the people who spoke with the mayor and Chief Best. Hey guys, so we didn't blow this up earlier when we saw it, but there was a woman with a megaphone who said that the people who met with Mayor Durkin actually work for the city. And one of them said for Governor Inslee's office. Now, I'm not backing that up or whatever, but they said that the group that met with Mayor Durkin wasn't the real Black Lives Matter. But, you know, and man, this is so crazy. I got it all on tape. I ain't gonna go too deep on it here. You guys gonna have to tune into the morning show at 11 a.m. You know what I'm saying? The morning update show with me and Trey Holiday. But I will say this. This is breaking news and groundbreaking news. If Black Lives Matter King County is now saying they're disavowing anybody who says that they're Black Lives Matter organizers. They're saying that it wasn't their people who met with the mayor. And they said they don't know who met with the mayor and the chief. None of Black Lives Matter King County's board members were involved in the meeting today with Mayor Durkin or Chief Best. And Black Lives Matter King County is not organizing any of the protests taking place. My friends, this is very, you know, it's interesting. Thank you to everybody who follows me on Twitter because on this feed, because this was a question that I posed to you guys, the audience. I'm like, man, how are these guys gonna meet?
So I don't know if Umbrella Man from earlier is proud, but he's around. And again, if you're watching right now, you care about what's happening in the city of Portland, you want to help out, please donate to the Black Resilience Fund. Again, I asked that at the start, I'm going to ask that again. The Black Resilience Fund of Portland is raising money to help the Black community in Portland. So if you want to help out, please donate to the Black Resilience Fund. So we've got a really big crowd here. Hundreds at least. Assembling again in front of a police riot line. We have heavy police vehicles back here. A lot of really angry people trying to get past the sacred fence. Police seem to be pulling it back. Okay, so they pull back, and when people advance, off goes the tear gas. And now people are tossing stuff back at the cops who started gassing after they pulled back. Again, throwing plastic water bottles mainly. So, definitely getting a whiff. Oh, yeah, here you go. Grenades in the crowd, grenades in the crowd. Grenades and gas in the crowd. They really got that grenade right in the fucking middle of everybody. So, we have another fucking cop riot, everybody. We got another cop riot. Crowd is pretty elated. that the police have backed off, but they're not going to stay backed off. I got a feeling this cop riot's just getting started. And again, if you're just joining us, first off, please donate to the Black Resilience Fund of Portland. The Black Resilience Fund, it started as a massive march, easily 10,000 plus people, against police brutality, which marched to Pioneer Square. They did some speeches and such, and after that began to break apart again. Several large groups assembled around the fence that Portland police have been using to wall off the Justice Center and the federal courthouse from the rest of town and stop activists from marching on the Justice Center as they did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Activists assembled around the sacred fence, tried to knock it down, and police shot into them repeatedly and gassed all of traffic. So that is where we are. It is not too late to make it here if you want to get here, and it's certainly not too late to donate to the Black Resilience Fund. So again, if you're watching, if you like this content, I've got plenty of money. You can't help me out, but you can help the Black Resilience Fund out, and that will help the Black community of Portland, which will be lovely. Yep, we got a link to it in there. Thank you, sir. So, traffic is again very supportive. Traffic not super supportive of the police, since the police keep gassing traffic. But we do seem to be seeing, again, a very large march, still thousands in the streets, and police kind of retreating, I'm sure, so that they can throw more munitions at us. Huh? Oh yeah, we all got you. So, yeah, so here we are. Protesters chanting, "Whose streets are streets?" as they continue to advance on the police, who are pulling back, one presumes, to protect the fence that they worship. Now, we don't know a lot about the religious beliefs of the Portland Police Bureau, but we know that this complicated and ancient culture holds a special reverence for a sacred and holy fence. And they respond to all attempts to cross down the sacred fence with pretty extreme violence. Huh? Oh, yeah. So just an idea of how much traffic we've got here. Once the munitions start flying, all of these people in cars, you got to get some gas, too. So we got to... And there is just a lot of people. The fence means a lot to everybody, but I think the crowd and the fence both disagree on how to worship it. The crowd wants the fence pulled down so that it can rest, and the police want the fence to stay up for reasons that, again, archaeologists still cannot puzzle out to this day. George Floyd! So, we got another line of police officers. We've got an Officer Larry, an Officer Tarrant. Can't see your name. That guy's name's blocked. An Officer Perry, Cavalli Singer, Jacqua, Hanson, Springfield, it looks like, and Riendo. So those are all the names that I could make up easily of the police who are about to gas this protest, and also all these people in traffic. So police are pulling back again, people tossing stuff again. So again, some people yelling, "Don't throw shit," to people who have thrown plastic bottles. Crowd moving it around. A mix of people chanting peaceful protest and na, hey, hey, goodbye. Which, in fairness to the police, is a little bit of a mixed message we've got here. But it definitely seems like everyone agrees they want the police to leave. We got an officer here with a big bear mace canister. Oh yeah, I'm press. I got my press pass on. So. Portland Police Bureau declaring that we have us an unlawful assembly and that will be subject to use of force. And again, the Portland Police Bureau kind of goes straight to threatening use of force. Another plastic bottle thrown. Some people calling for folks to stop throwing plastic bottles. Huh?
It's a brutalization of Portland people.
Yeah?
It's a traumatized crowd they got here. They need to de-escalate this shit. They got training.
Traumatized crowd, they need to de-escalate this shit, and they are pulling back. Pulling back. Oh boy. All right. Cool zone's getting cooler, so the police pulled back a bit, but they are reforming riot lines. And again, telling us we'll be subject to the use of force. And I don't know that they're about to start pumping impact munitions into the crowd, but I would say there's like a good 40% chance. So we're going. Yep, telling us it's an unlawful assembly. We are in the cool zone. The streets of Redding, California. So again, if you're just joining us, tonight is the first night since George Floyd's death that people in all 50 states are protesting police brutality. In Pendleton, Oregon, 1,000 people marched yesterday, which is wild considering how conservative and small that community is. I'm hearing now that Redding is also having a march in it. Like it's shocking how massive this has gotten, and a sign of how many Americans are furious at the degree to which the police have become militarized and increasingly violent. We've seen cop riots in Portland on Saturday and Sunday. In fairness, a normal riot on Friday. And we seem to be kind of on the edge of a cop riot right now, although they haven't. I called a cop riot earlier. That was a little unfair of me. We're not quite at a cop riot yet. Right now we're at a kerfuffle. Yeah, it seems like they're probably luring us in so that they can trap all these people between buildings, gas them, disperse the crowd, and maybe kind of, someone just sitting in the Chipotle, and maybe just kind of avoid gassing traffic more. I think it got declared unlawful as soon as the cops got scared. Yeah, 50 states united against the police. Now, again, this is a massive crowd. There are many thousands of people. I can't tell you how many thousands. Again, there was way more than 10,000 initially. That has broken up somewhat, but there's a shitload of people marching on these cops. I would say they're outnumbered 10 to 1 at least. Although they do have tear gas. I don't think there is a criteria for unlawful assembly. They just declare it. So now you see they've got reinforcements pulling up. So they're herding everyone into here so that they can do the thing. But oh no, they're pulling back a bit. But yeah, I think going to this intersection is going to be a real questionable call. So intersections are definitely something that worries me. The idea of this crowd winding up. Oh, well, it looks like a flare that got thrown. And we got some flashbangs. Yeah, one of them went off in the cops. I think that's a premature detonation. Oh boy, yeah, they're tossing them. Oh yeah, those are just a little. All right, here we go. Here we go. Gas and traffic again. Only like 2 or 3 cops right there. Hi guys. How y'all doing? All right, we got us someone with a traffic cone here. So yeah, every night we've seen a little bit more Hong Kong tactics. I haven't seen, just because there's so few people with cones, I haven't seen a huge number of actually doused cones, only like 2. But they're working on it. People are getting better at this stuff. We got a dude in traffic just trying to be like, all right, well. Yeah, and again, protesters trying to help the person in the car back out, giving them advice on how to get away. See, doing their best to help people get by. Yeah. So again, people trying to clear the road for a car with Texas plates to roll through here. So we got to get up here now. So again, that's interesting. I was worried the police were posting up behind us and going to try to hit us from both sides. But either there just aren't enough cops because they're still worried about the massive gathering in Pioneer Square. So there's still apparently thousands in Pioneer, thousands more marching through the streets. So the people in Pioneer can have their completely, can have their quiet protest, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And the people here can have their loud protest and maybe spend some time in the cool zone. So, again, if you're just joining us, if you like the stream, if you want to help out, and you want to help out the city of Portland, please donate to the Black Resilience Fund. GoFundMe, the Black Resilience Fund. That's going to do more to make me, the person giving you the stream, happy than anything else you could do right now. So please throw him some bucks. Now again, it started out as an enormous protest of 10,000 plus people, most of whom departed across the some fucking bridge right now. Portland's full of bridges. I'm sorry, my head's not totally working. I got some tear gas in me. They marched into downtown. A lot of folks still at Pioneer Square did some speeches and such. And then a lot more folks, well, not a lot more folks, probably less than are at Pioneer Square, but a number of folks, after some time listening to speeches and speaking about police brutality, speaking about, some demands that might be made of the Portland Police Bureau, a sizable chunk of people, a few thousand at least, assembled around the sacred fence that the police have erected around the Justice Center and the federal courthouse. The fence is very flimsy, and these people would like it to be on the ground so that they can hang out in front of the Justice Center and say hi to the Justice Center. The police don't want that to happen, and so every time members of the crowd shake the fence, they start firing munitions into the crowd and also just kind of generally...
What the fuck?
You fucking idiot! You're keeping this going, you moron!
Hey, if you got gas, you're not drink water! Wow, they maced him. Are you serious? Yeah, but he got goggles on.
There's pepper spraying that guy on the bike. Protester threw a firework, I believe.
Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Peaceful protest! 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 Peaceful
They can't even be knocked down because there's trees connected.
I'll stand right in front of your ass, bro. I'll stand right in front of your ass, okay? I promise you, I'll stand right in front of your ass every time. You have another cigarette on you. Hell no. Stop, man. Let's stay out here. Let's stay out here. Let your voice be heard. If y'all throw stuff, man, they're gonna shoot at us.
If we get chased away, who the fuck's gonna hear it?
It's over. Water bottles is doing nothing, bro. Stop.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Riot here.
They're saying that these two here are undercover cops.
I don't see no riot here. So this is the scene in Portland, Oregon. And again, if you're just joining us and you're enjoying this stream and you'd like to support it, please go to and donate to the Black Resilience Fund on GoFundMe. The Black Resilience Fund. That would be very appreciated by me, Robert Evans, the guy doing this stream. Yeah, and we're in city of Portland, which has seen a couple of cop riots recently and one normal riot on Friday. Now we're kind of on the edge of the cool zone and the normal zone, which really depends on what these protesters do to or don't do to this sacred fence. And this fence is, again, walling off the federal courthouse and the Justice Center, which have both been big sites of protest since the death of George Floyd. And the police are no longer allowing people close to either after a Sunday evening 10,000 person march to the Justice Center that ended in police gassing the crowd and then police rioting throughout the city, shooting small groups of people on the street with impact munitions and tear gas at random. Yeah, we've had moments in the cool zone tonight. I wouldn't say we're totally in the cool zone right now. Was that oh, I know. I'm a journalist. Yeah. Yep. So, this is the old front line right in front of the fence. People now chanting, "Quit your jobs," to the police. I don't know, 20, 30 police. I got a guy shining a weapon light in my face. Like, really seems to be shining it in my face. Tear gas, impact munitions, and flashbangs deployed tonight. People chanting to the police to quit their jobs. I kind of doubt they're gonna quit their jobs. I have a feeling they're not gonna do that, but it's a chance. Yeah. Yeah, we have like one police officer with like a camera. You can see that in the middle. That's like a GoPro on a stick. And generally those are here for situations like this when the police know, like, yeah, we're gonna wind up shooting into the crowd at some point. You want to have, you want to be able to document the use of force, and presumably they want to try to identify faces if they can. So here we are. Is it better when I turn it horizontal? You all like that more? All right. All right, I'm going to keep it horizontal as long as I can. But I might switch at random when we start running through the streets away from tear gas, so I do apologize for that. And again, this is a massive crowd, several thousand strong, approaching the sacred fence in front of the Justice Center and the federal courthouse. The police do not want us to cross. All right. So at some point, presumably, they'll start doing the thing that they do. And yeah, our police don't wear body cameras here in the city of Portland. Now, the mayor did today end the curfew thing that he had going on. So everyone here is legal. There's no law against being out right now. But the fence, touching the sacred fence, is apparently verboten. So that is the justification we have. Don't have to be. The Black Resilience Fund is the number of the fund that I'd like people to donate to right now. If you really want to make me happy, send some money their way. I am holding it horizontal. So more police have approached, and so far the crowd is not yet knocking down the fence. They're just yelling at the fence. They shook the fence earlier, and the police gassed the crowd, shot into the crowd. I think they're probably worried, just looking at the sheer number of people behind me, which is several thousand, about maybe causing a stampede if they were to fire into the crowd. So it's really, things will get interesting here very quickly. Yeah, police are formed up and ready to go. Some people are taking a knee around me. Again, I'm going to avoid filming them as much as I can, trying to keep it on the police. So yeah, you know, the fence would not do much to stop the crowd. But if they fire munitions into the crowd, thousands of people are going to stampede. So this would be a very ugly situation were the police to open fire. And Oh, we have individuals in camouflage in the back. Look at that. Could those be some of the famous National Guardsmen that Governor Brown recently deployed here? I can't tell if those are National Guardsmen because I can't see insignia, but they are wearing camo, very different from how the police are dressed. So they might be federal police. Kind of hard to say what they are. Might be National Guard, though, because the governor has deployed them. So we've got some guardsmen here now. So we're again outside of the federal courthouse in the Justice Center at a fence the police have erected to keep people out, to keep people from marching to the Justice Center again. This crowd of a significant number of thousands of people has approached the fence. The police have threatened to fire impact munitions at us if people touch the fence. So far, people are respecting the fence, but it's really hard to say how long that's going to last. So, it's impossible for me to get a sense of police morale. We walked around a little bit earlier, actually, before this all started. I paused oh wait, there's one of the guys we can get one really quickly, a National Guard guy. I walked around, I saw some police who weren't in heavy armor, who were kind of guarding sections of the fence that were further away from the crowd. And they were like, I guess reasonably friendly, you'd say. But I don't really have a sense of the police morale. Yeah, I'm sure there's acclimated on KOIN. Here's KOIN, so they're right here. Yeah, here we are, city of Portland, Oregon. They've gassed and shot at us already, but now the crowd is back at the fence. The crowd earlier was at a different chunk of fence and shook it a bunch. I don't care about their morale, but people asked what their morale was like. Wait, human, is that Rob Van? Is Rob Van on here right now? Yeah. I can't tell you what is happening in Pioneer Square right now. It was pretty peaceful when we left. Now we're up at the fence. And again, this sacred fence cannot be touched, according to the police. I think so the people last night that got criticized for kind of working with the police, I don't think were necessarily organizers. They just folks at the front of it. Oh, Rob, it is you! Rob is an old buddy of mine. He and I, he's a good guy. We had a lot of fun in the past. Yeah. So yeah, here we are. Here we are. People now cheering, hey, hey, oh, ho, these racist cops have got to go. An enormous thumping sound as the crowd brings their hands together at once, thousands and thousands of hands. Just a really powerful and inspiring sound. And then this much smaller number of police behind the fence. But of course, these police have access to impact munitions and tear gas. Yeah, I wish my hair looked better right now, y'all. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe all these guys are anarchists, but it's usually at least a third of the crowd that marched here. So I don't know. It seems like a pretty popular movement, whatever it is. Yeah, only 18% of Portland police actually live in the city of Portland. And actually, even fewer police officers now who are actually currently policing the city live in the city of Portland because they brought in cops from outside of the city to help during the kerfuffle. So 2 nights ago, one of these officers from Gresham, which is outside of Portland, but who was inside Portland helping out, shot a guy in a shooting we just don't know much about. Despite governor's assurances that no national guard would have rifles on the streets. I'm now behind Southwest Salmon and Floyd. So yeah, thank you. So we're seeing National Guard here armed with rifles, despite the governor's assurance. Maybe you can hear me better. So I've seen photographic evidence, and I can also see with my own eyes in at least one case, evidence that National Guard are carrying rifles, despite the fact that the governor said they would not be carrying rifles. Yeah. I switched phone. I've got a new phone on a new network. Looks like Pioneer Square is being dispersed. So yeah, and again, we have seen evidence now of National Guard in a couple chunks of the town. I've seen some evidence of them carrying rifles, despite the fact that Governor Kate Brown said that they would not be armed. So yeah, we do seem to have National Guard with rifles in the city of Portland right now. And if you are just joining us and like this stream, want to help out, please do donate to the Black Resilience Fund. GoFundMe is the Black Resilience Fund. Help out the Black community of Portland, Oregon. Yeah, they're preparing for tear gas and pepper. Looks like they're setting up the tear gas the crowd. It stretches back several blocks. We've got photographers. So if they gas this crowd, it's going to be a real unpleasant scene for all of us here. Really, really going to suck. Hello to everybody on Twitch. We're here in Portland, where protesters have approached a fence outside of keeping them away from the Justice Center. Protesters want to go to the Justice Center. The police say if they touch the fence, they will be shot repeatedly and gassed. National Guard are here with rifles, even though Governor Kate Brown assured everyone that National Guard would not be equipped with rifles. So we are here at the sacred fence, waiting to see if anyone offends its sanctity and justifies, in the police's minds, them firing wildly on a packed crowd of thousands of people. So,
preparing to move.
Gonna be a neat night.
And you guys will be disappointed by
Hootie fucking who.
Cut off the stream. Just because,
yeah, this is very, very claustrophobic. And generally in these situations, I prefer to have an exit, but there's really no way to have an easy exit and to actually...
And I also I'm not sure what's going to happen in this group.
If they fire, people will charge the fence and run away. Probably stampeded. It will be an ugly scene. And the police really know that it's going to be a real fucking ugly scene if they fire. Yeah, and again, if they tear gas, it will be to protect the sanctity of the sacred fence. I've seen no violence from this crowd, a couple of water bottles chucked, and a fence threatened. So if you see violence soon, it will be violence being done to protect a fence at the expense of human life. So that's going to be neat if it happens. Yeah, we do have evidence of what looks to be Oregon National Guard, although I can't definitively confirm that. The uniforms look like National Guard. They're not normal Portland police. They don't look like state police to me. They are carrying rifles. And if there are National Guard with rifles in the streets of Portland, Oregon, then that means Governor Kate Brown was not quite telling the truth. Crowd now keep chanting ACAB, all cops are bastards. So, having us an interesting night. And yes, tonight, for the first night since George Floyd's death, people in all 50 states are protesting police brutality. There's people in the streets of fucking Redding, California protesting tonight. And Redding, California is, if you haven't been there, the least protesty town in the United States of a goddamn America. It's remarkable to me that can even be happening. Yeah, if anyone is an outside agitator in this crowd, it would have to be the Portland police officers, who 82% of which don't live within the city of Portland. Yeah, Reading is a Trumpy-ass town. Brockton, Massachusetts is protesting? Fucking Brockton? Oh, probably, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some folks on the rooftops, but I ain't seen it. So yeah, this will be interesting. Yeah, Pendleton, Oregon got 1,000 people out into the streets protesting police brutality, and Pendleton, Oregon doesn't like do shit. It's Pendleton, Oregon. Everywhere is going off. It's kind of wild. Oh, protesters seem to be backing away from the fence. So that's interesting. We've got a large chunk of the crowd moving away. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. People, but a decent number of folks still not yet leaving the sacred fence. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Yep. So protest is moving away from the sacred fence, but not all of it. A decent number of people still staying up here at the front. So, yeah, we've got some cops moving this way, so moving to kind of intercept the protest. I don't know where it's going to go off, but it is going to go off at some point soon. That much seems to be a guarantee. Seaside fucking Oregon? Oh man, that's wild. Yeah, it does feel like something really unpleasant is going to happen soon, y'all. But if you're just joining us, this is from Portland, Oregon, where more than 10,000 demonstrators marched, citizens marched across the Burnside Bridge into downtown and assembled at Pioneer Square. A sizable group of them, several thousand, began to shake a sacred fence rolling off the Justice Center. Oh boy, here we go. They're getting ready to do some stuff. So we are now at the sacred fence, which police have said cannot be touched under pain of impact munitions. The crowd appears to mostly be backing away from the sacred fence, which protects the Justice Center and the federal courthouse, and you know, are going somewhere else. We've had tear gassing and impact munitions and flashbangs deployed earlier tonight against the crowd. Kind of hard to see where that'll happen next, but I suspect there will be more of that later. So again, the crowd here seems to be reforming behind me. We see a red and black anti-fascist flag here. People are trying to get the crowd to move back this way. So we'll see what happens next. Yeah, the police seem to be going west. And again, most of the folks who were around the fence have pulled back and seem to be reforming to march elsewhere, possibly to another chunk of the Walla Walla? Jesus. Yeah, so we'll see. So far, the sacred fence is intact. A large number of the protesters are moving away. These cops are strangers. I think they're, I mean, they're formed up back here, but I don't know where they're going. Okay. Like, the bulk of everyone is back there. I just don't know where they're going. Yeah. Are they doing like business shit or what are you doing? I don't think they know. Okay. Yeah. Someone just asked me if the crowd was doing liberal marching shit, and I don't know. I also don't know if this group is gonna. It says Pioneer Square is getting attacked. Fuck it, let's go. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that Pioneer Square is getting attacked. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do hear it popping off, so it does sound likely. So maybe some of these protesters who really wanted a dialogue with the police are going to learn what a dialogue with the Portland police sounds like. It sounds like pop, pop, pop. Oh, and here we have another traffic cone for some Hong Kong tactics. We've got police. Oh yeah, we've got police on both sides. So we're gonna move up to where they're fucking up people. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. And again, if you're joining us now and you want to support this stream, go to the Black Resilience Fund on GoFundMe. Support Portland's Black community. Here we are. Police are boxing the crowd in on several sides and deploying munitions into the crowd. Flashbangs and gas. You can see the anti-fascist flag here. A lot of gas. Some guy says it's a spicy meatball. Yeah. They're hitting us good. People yelling. More experienced organizers are walking calmly through the crowd, putting hands on people and saying, do not run, do not run. Because the thing that hurts people in situations like this is panic. It's scary, but it probably won't seriously harm you if you don't panic. And the police aren't going to take any steps to try to avoid a stampede. So the only way to avoid a stampede is, again, for the crowd to take care of itself. So this is what we've got, is the police popping off munitions behind this fleeing crowd. And also you'll see here quite a few cars. Police are shooting munitions into traffic again, as they've been constantly for nights. Tear gas, more bangs.
Well, that was close.
Yeah, that one got pretty close, yeah. So yeah, we're getting hit. We're getting hit pretty bad. Oh yeah, police are just tossing shit right at people. And again, here we have the cops. Here we have peaceful demonstrators. Things being thrown directly at people. Hits directly at people. Hitting traffic, gassing traffic again. So here we have, look how many cars there are here. All of these people are about to get tear gassed by the Portland Police Bureau. Oh boy, they're just started arcing them down at us from God knows where, maybe on the fucking roof. They're just coming down from the sky. People trying to traffic cone them, trying to kick them away, trying to stop them from gassing traffic as they just back. They are shooting them down on us from everywhere, from the fucking rooftops. Police firing on all sides, pumping gas into traffic, pumping gas into the crowd, shooting gas. Look, there's fucking tear gas. There's fucking tear gas in the middle of traffic that was just fired from someone up on a rooftop into the middle of traffic at random. Police saying officers have observed people throwing projectiles at police. Based on my experience over the last few nights, those were probably water bottles, if anything happened at all. So in retaliation for a couple water bottles chucked at armored men, the police gassed everyone in these cars and thousands of protesters, sending them fleeing. But we're seeing here, one of the things we've seen for nights now, as these demonstrations have continued, the first couple of nights, see, we have people in the cars handing out water. Thank you so much, man. We have seen people get so much better at reforming the crowd after being gassed. That started to really improve on Sunday night. And look, most of the people are still here, still organized, still marching, still many thousands of people. And I don't know where they were up on the roofs when they were, or if they were, it might have been these officers here who were arcing them down on us. But they were shooting gas from quite high up. And again, if you're just joining us, because I see we've got a lot more people on the stream now, if you like this stream, if you want to support us, I'm doing fine, but the city of Portland's Black community could really use your support. So please donate to the Black Resilience Fund on GoFundMe. We're marching now back past the Apple Store. The crowd is doing the best job I've seen yet. They've reformed 3 or 4 times tonight. This all started as well over 10,000 people marching through the Burnside Bridge into downtown. What's that? Oh, also Elaine's kids. Elaine is just fine. She's doing great. She got a little bit tear gassed. We all did, but she's doing fine. And let's see where the officers are next. Yeah. So obviously there's some police down here. We're here around the Apple Store. And again, I have seen no violence unless you consider shaking a fence or tossing some water bottles at men in armor violence from the crowd. I've seen an extreme amount of violence deployed by the Portland Police Bureau, both against peaceful demonstrators and against people in a car. So this person in a car here asking for milk because she was tear gassed in traffic by the, ma'am, were you gassed while in traffic? Yeah, so this woman was gassed in traffic. Protesters are helping her. after being gassed by the Portland Police Bureau. This is just a motorist driving through town who was gassed by the Portland Police Bureau as they repeatedly deployed impact munitions and tear gas into a crowd of civilians. So this is a woman who was just gassed by the Portland Police Bureau. And here we have the Portland Police Bureau throwing gas into a crowd again. So the Portland Police Bureau is once again dumping tear gas into a crowd, firing munitions wildly overhead, firing munitions into crowded traffic, shooting into the middle of the crowd, leaving people nowhere. Oh, we see people actually very effectively deploying Hong Kong tactics here, to stop these tear gas grenades from gassing both protesters and from gassing vehicles. So again, and you can see how effective this is. That grenade would have dispensed a significant amount of tear gas, and instead it was stopped, and a lot of motorists were stopped from being gassed like the woman we saw earlier. So, and again, here we have another vehicle with just a random person in it who was tear gassed by the Portland Police Bureau, who have declared the shaking of fences and the throwing of water bottles to be an unlawful gathering, with the deployment of tear gas at random into traffic to be acceptable behavior. So this is the Portland Police Bureau. Cool guys, huh? But again, the crowd is doing a great job of reforming. When we first saw the crowd get gassed on Friday night at the start of all this, it split immediately, and we had some small groups reform repeatedly, but mostly just run around. This is the first time we've seen the best job of the crowd staying together and really showing commitment and endurance in the face of police brutality. So this has been a very important and a very impressive night from the activists and the citizens of Portland, Oregon. And if you're just joining us and you want to support this stream, please donate to the Black Resilience Fund on GoFundMe. Here we have police heading forward with sticks to beat people, throwing grenades again, and activists standing into traffic. We have people trying to toss grenades back. Elaine! Police coming over here. Sorry, man. This guy driving through a cloud of tear gas, driving into a fucking crowd of people, possibly just unable to see. Get out of the truck's way! Get out of the truck's way! He can't see, he's been gassed! He can't see, he's been gassed! I think he's panicking. He's been gassed! He's been gassed! He's been gassed! So, he just seems confused. I don't think he's trying to harm anyone. But again, you see the consequences of firing gas into a crowd and into drivers like this. A very dangerous situation caused by the impact and riot munitions of the Portland Police Bureau, which have been fired wildly and freely into what has to be the largest crowd I have seen get directly attacked by police yet. And a crowd that is doing an incredible job of flowing like water, of defusing some of the grenades fired at them, of maintaining their order and cohesion in the face of substantial police violence. Here we have flashbangs deployed into the front of the crowd. We're going to try to get closer. Flashbangs definitely deployed. People throwing back tear gas at the police. Police firing munitions into the crowd. Overhead, you see that? They're shooting just overhead into the crowd, leaving people with no place to flee to. We are doing our best. Elaine's kids, I've got your mom's hand. We're okay. We're okay. They are gassing the hell out of us, though. Gas here, flashbangs. Flashbangs here in the street. Police behind us. Police on all sides. Fuck. Yeah. They got me good. They keep gassing us. Protesters moving, yelling for everyone to walk. Organizers trying to keep the crowd as calm as possible. Oh, fuck. I ran right through a crowd. A cloud of gas. And it got right into my lungs. Like I inhaled a cloud of tear gas. Which sucked. Which really sucked. Oh, I hate doing that. I don't like tear gas, y'all. Yeah. So we're back. We've been pushed back to Pioneer Square. And police are continuing to push in through traffic, gassing everyone, firing munitions into the crowd as they flee into Pioneer Square. This shit is fucked. Yeah, this has been declared an unlawful assembly as the police gas not just protesters, but traffic in downtown Portland. Look at this, gassing cars wildly as thousands of people march through the city. This is a police riot. That is what we are seeing, is police firing into crowds, police shooting at traffic, police gassing motorists, people crying in their cars as poison gas, hits them in their fucking faces. As the Portland police riot through the streets of Portland. This is not a riot of the citizens of Portland. This is a riot of the Portland Police Bureau who have lit a fire. The Portland Police Bureau, 82% of whom live outside of the city of Portland. So if you are looking for outside agitators, the men dumping tear gas grenades into traffic, 82% of them do not live in this city. All of this is happening because people got close to a fence. That's where we are right now. So a lot of violence deployed from the Portland Police Bureau today in retaliation for people approaching a fence and marching when they legally could. So this is a cop riot. This is for damn sure a cop riot. And you saw people earlier crying in traffic as they were tear gassed. People just trying to get home. People just trying to bring food, do delivery jobs, getting gassed by Portland police, who were not just shooting at people at the front line, but who were arcing grenades back into a crowd of many thousands to try to provoke as much of a panicked flight as they possibly could. The goal of shooting these munitions into a crowd, the way the Portland Police Bureau does, is to provoke a panic in order to disrupt the crowd. And the problem with provoking a panic in the middle of a city using clouds of poison gas is that you panic hundreds of motorists who get tear gassed. So here we are in the streets of Portland, Oregon, where once again the Portland Police Bureau are rioting. People threw plastic bottles occasionally at the police, but the police threw impact munitions and gas grenades, often into crowds of people in their cars. So here we are. And if you're just now joining me, because a lot more people are watching now, if you're just now joining me, you can donate to the Black Resilience Fund to support the Black community of Portland, the Black Resilience Fund on GoFundMe. The Portland police are starting to pull back now after gassing repeatedly their citizens. I'm going to take some water here that some helpful people left behind. We can see here one of the tear gas grenades that they've been dumping at random into crowds that was on fire for a while. He's lit at least one car on fire on Friday night, so that's fun. So welcome to the Portland Police Bureau, who tear gasses people at random in their cars. Yeah, they hit people, yeah. Activist in the crowd on a bullhorn says they've been real jumpy this week. We've been setting this bitch off, huh? And again, these impact munitions or these grenade munitions and whatnot have here we have to see the top of one. These lit fires under one car, a Prius, on a Friday night, and you can see here that they do burn quite a little bit. There was a fire earlier. That fire was blamed on activists, but as far as I can tell, and I've seen some video evidence, the vehicle was actually lit on fire by a police munition. So the police are backing up now. Yeah, one reason you can tell it's not the crowd is that fucking Portland protesters are gonna light a Prius on fire. All their moms drive Priuses. I drive a Prius.
Wanted to call out one of the changes here.
Now on Sunday, the reason that guy asked, "Are you going to shoot us while you're driving away?" is because on Sunday, at the dispersal point, the police fired munitions while on vehicles. He drove through town looking for groups of 5 or 6 people and shooting them with munitions. So that was cool. So the Portland Police Bureau rolling off after tear gassing a sizable chunk of downtown Portland. Yet again, they really seem to like tear gassing their own downtown. We have another munition here. Very hot. So, cool stuff. Cool stuff. So, police pulling back. People continuing to heckle the cops as they seem to be pulling back, but may in fact not be pulling back.
Coward! Coward! We did nothing!
Yep. Someone asking for spray paint in the crowd. Police pulled back, seem to be staying. We have a decent number of folks still, although they did finally, well, I don't know, let's see how dispersed this crowd looks to be. People are streaming back in. Still a decent amount. I would say the crowd got to reform itself like 5 or 6 times before it got dispersed to this extent. So, again, this is like the best we've seen crowds here do at holding up the police munitions so far. We saw people doing a lot better of a job of defending themselves, of putting out tear gas.
Regardless, it looked peaceful.
So that's been cool. Been interesting, at least. And we seem to be in a slightly quieter moment now. We'll see what actually happens later. Second. As I was adjusting some stuff after getting shot and running through town. But we're back. People have chucked a couple of things. Well, just one person really chucked a water bottle at the riot truck. But we'll see if we wind up seeing a cop riot like we saw Sunday night. And again, I haven't seen any property destruction, any looting, just a lot of cops shooting at people wildly. Sorry, I accidentally closed the stream because I had to put my phone in my pocket to adjust some of my gear. I apologize for that. It does happen. No, we're still good. We're still good. And we had our highest number of streamers yet, closing in on 6,000. And then we were apparently on some other stream with like 50,000 watching. So perhaps people will see that the Portland Police Bureau gassed that lady in traffic, along with a bunch of other people. So, welcome back to the streets of Portland, June 2nd, 2020, where the police have just rioted through the streets, tear gassing people, protesting, and cars at random for the crime of chucking some water bottles and shaking a fence at once. So that is what the Portland Police Bureau considers a proportionate response. Here we go. Yeah, you can. Yeah, everyone can feel free to re-upload this footage wherever the hell you want. I don't care what you do with my footage. And again, if you're joining us, you like what we're doing, you want to support me, I'm doing fine. But you can make me happy by donating to the Black Resilience Fund on GoFundMe. Yeah, man, what's up? Hey, how you doing?
Some good stuff or what?
Yeah, it's been a fun night, huh?
Where you been?
I mean, through here, getting tear gassed and shot at a bunch. They were fucking shooting stuff into the middle of the crowd from fucking the roofs or somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, before people got to the fence, they were shooting pepper balls through the fence at people. The sacred fence is fine. If anyone's worried about the fence, I think they will take a knee during the day, and I think they will use that knee to allow them to arc grenades into the crowd more effectively. Oh, okay, so it looks like another chunk of protesters may have gathered up here. Every time anyone drops anything on the ground, it sounds like a fucking grenade to me. So someone behind me says, let's go give them some help, and it seems like the police are heading for another chunk of protesters. So we're gonna head down there too. People yelling, we need some help down here. Yeah, we're all glad the fence is okay. I'm glad it's inspired you to be out there. People should be out there. It's important to be out here. It's important to let the police know that they don't get to enforce a police state without really working for it. Good. So, if you're joining me from Woke, the Twitch channel that's been streaming this, or from other places, my name is Robert Evans. I'm a journalist, conflict journalist. I've worked in Iraq and Syria and Ukraine. I do investigative journalism for Bellingcat. And I also have a podcast called Behind the Bastards, another one called The Women's War about my time in Rojava. So if you want to check that stuff out, please do. The one on Rojava is particularly interesting, The Women's War, because it follows a society with an authoritarian dictatorship that pulled back and had to leave a chunk of that country, which found itself suddenly without a lot of like the police, particularly like the secret police, mukhabarat that they've been used to. Folks had to like figure out how to reform society, and they did it in a much more egalitarian way, along lines of what's called libertarian municipalism, which is governmental philosophy that was come up with by an American anarchist thinker named Murray Bookchin. So this group of Kurds and Arabs and Armenians in northeast Syria lives under this new system, which is attempted to be less hierarchical, more, based around both like equality and just social equality. It's an interesting place, an interesting idea, and provides some ideas of how we as a society might, for example, move past having cops like these. So check out The Women's War. And of course, if you want to support me right now, I'm doing fine, but I would love it if you would donate money to the Black Resilience Fund. If you want to help the Black community of Portland. See if we can find any more good old-fashioned cop rioting. I suspect people are moving on the Burnside Bridge. Are people on the Burnside Bridge getting gassed by the police? Because I'm going to be where the police are trying to do violence to people. That's kind of my goal. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, that's always fun. Yeah, no cops on Burnside. Look, I am going to stay trying to find, although it seems like maybe things disperse enough that nobody's getting First and Yamhill? All right, off we go. Thank you. All right, so we're on our way to First and Yamhill to see what we can see. And yeah, this has been, people talk about peaceful protests, and I'm going to try to retire that term from my vocabulary, because I haven't run into any protests. where people are violent to people, other than the odd dueling protest where you'll have some like Proud Boys or Nazis, basically the same thing, show up and then people want to fight them. And I don't have a problem with people fighting Nazis, so I don't even really consider that violence. But on Friday night, when there was a normal riot in the city of Portland and a great deal of shops were vandalized and looted, no people were hurt by people who were doing the rioting. Property was taken, windows were damaged, but calling that violence seems like it kind of is almost an insult to people who have actually been victimized by horrible violence, because at the end of the day, while shattering a bunch of glass creates problems for a number of people, calling it violence, I think, is unreasonable, whereas shooting tear gas and impact munitions and rubber bullets and pepper balls into crowds at random, that I'll call violence. And so, again, I think what we've been seeing, I think, Friday night, I'll give it to the police. That was a straight-up riot. Saturday and Sunday, and now tonight, were all cop riots. There were riots where the police ran riot in the streets to hurt people. Yeah. Yeah, there's no curfew tonight. They did try to arrest me once during curfew, but journalists are immune to that. Here we see a bunch of the guys who are just tear gassing traffic at random. So that's pretty cool. But where's First and Yamhill? Oh, this is it. So there's nothing here. Okay. So we just got a bunch of police at First and Yamhill. All right. Well, y'all, things might be chilling out for the night. I'm going to keep walking around a little bit. We're going to see if we can find anything. But, if another 10, 15 minutes, it seems like things are pretty calm, then we might wind up calling it a night. Pretty impressive stuff from the activists at Portland tonight. I was really impressed with how many times the crowd was able to reform and maintain such a good size, how long they were able to move while being shot and gassed, while still maintaining cohesion, how good a job individuals within the crowd did at keeping people calm, at stopping people from running, at avoiding a stampede, since the police obviously had no interest whatsoever in avoiding a stampede. I was interested in how good they did a job at helping motorists get tear gas out of their eyes when the police tear gas random motorists. I was impressed by the growth of Hong Kong tactics. That was the first night I really saw. For the last 2 or 3 nights, people have been bringing traffic cones out. Tonight was the first time I saw people actually very successfully using cones and using pots, putting them over tear gas grenades, pouring in water, putting out the grenades, and yeah, a lot of medics moving around very quickly. Yeah, there were a lot of medics in vehicles moving around to help protesters. It was just very impressive. The organization is getting better, and so both the sizes of crowds that confront the police and the resilience of the crowds, their ability to deal with the police over time is better. And a lot of what we're seeing right now is training, because Portland has, a sizable activist community, but not this sizable. Most of the people out in the streets, most of these nights have been new folks, new to doing this. And it takes time. It takes time. The first time you get tear gas and flashbang, you're probably pretty done for the night. If you're just kind of like somebody who is mostly not all that political, slightly liberal or whatever, never really gotten out in the street other than maybe do a woman's march type thing. This is your first time really getting fucked up by police. It's pretty natural that the first time you get fucked up like that, you're just done for the night. But if you keep coming back out, you personally build resilience. You understand how to deal with it, how to handle the pressure, how to handle the fear, how to not panic and freak out, how to take care of yourself and other people medically, and also, the protest as a group, the kind of aggregate intelligence of the unit gets higher, and people do better at, working as a unit. And so I think the longer we see these go on, if we continue to see these demonstrations grow, and they've been consistently huge for 3 nights now in Portland. Both Monday and Tuesday were massive crowds of people. So if we continue to see these groups grow and people to do, to learn from what's happening, I think we'll continue to see the crowd last longer and longer while staying larger and providing more of a barrier to the police. And I suspect even that if they want to, they might even succeed in touching the sacred fence one day, although I know that is a very high goal. Ooh, big group heading towards Pioneer Square. Holy shit. Black Resilience Fund's doing great. Okay, let's get back to Pioneer. All right, we're heading back to Pioneer Square. My Nordstrom, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, it got scattered a bit, but yeah, figure out where people are and get there. Yeah, I have walked across the Burnside Bridge peacefully enough that I don't need to go see more people do it. My job is to go find the police fucking people up and film it. So that we catch when, for example, the police tear gas a bunch of motorists and a woman staggers screaming and crying out of her van because she's been gassed. Oh boy! Well, here we go. Look at this. A whole bunch of people, a whole fuckload of people. I didn't expect this. Look at this. We got us a whole big old crowd of people. See, they did reform. This crowd's doing great. Goddamn. So the fence I'm talking about is a fence around... Yeah. Is that where this crowd's headed? Yeah. So that guy said, if you want to leave, go to Burnside, the bridge. If you want to support your friends, go to Pioneer Square. So all these people, a sizable crowd, is heading to Pioneer Square to support their friends who are under siege by the police yet again. So we are also headed back to Pioneer Square to see what we can find. So again, these protests are doing an increasingly impressive job of reforming, of moving like water, you know, learning from our comrades and friends in Hong Kong. Oh yeah, it's Nike security. Oh, we like Nike security. We're fine with Nike security. They seem to be good guys. Again, big old crowd behind us, heading up to Pioneer Square to support our friend, as one member of the crowd said.
Say her name. Say
Hi guys, how y'all doing?
Say her name.
Here we go!
Say her name.
All right, they are playing our motherfucking song. We got somebody, people with cones.
Say her name.
Some guy saying fuck the sidewalk. So we're gonna go find some shit.
Say her name. Say her name. Say her name.
Yeah.
Say her name. Louder.
Huh? Oh.
Louder.
I was just heading towards the explosion. Oh. Yeah, it's not my goal to have anyone follow me. But I do want to find the explosions.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Say her name. Say her name. Say her name.
So, a lot of people out in the street marching, heading back to help their friends at Pioneer Square, who are under siege by the police of the Portland Police Bureau. This crowd's doing a great job. Very proud of them. People chanting Breonna Taylor's name, the names of the people who have been murdered, dare I say martyred, by police violence. Highly motivated crowd returns to Pioneer Square, where recently they were horribly tear gassed.
And let's congratulate the individual labor. Yeah!
So again, huge crowd. So they scattered our asses, but everybody came back.
Let that bus through. We're letting these cars through.
Still a lot of people here out in the streets of Portland at Pioneer Square, where not all that long ago the police fired wildly into traffic and arced grenades overhead. into crowds of fleeing people.
Hands up! Hands up!
Yeah.
Hands up!
So we're gonna stop here for a second. I think we're gonna wait a little while before things happen again.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
Oh, I do hope people are letting the Portland police know what they think about the sacred fence. I think it's important for people to talk about sacred things. And nothing is more sacred than a sacred fence. Sorry, I'm flipping the phone around. I hope y'all are okay with that.
Put your hands up! Everybody's hands up!
All right, we are charging again.
When Ogu shared earlier that he had a gun put on him when he was 12, do you think he put his hands down?
Oh, we're gonna wait for Elaine to get going.
Put his hands down. That man was scared for his life.
The
You're
sacred
hands up high.
fence.
You don't
The
get to be
sacred
tired, right?
fence. And if you're joining and you're enjoying us tonight, please do throw a few bucks at the Black Resilience Fund.
We hold our hands up in solidarity.
They could really
We hold
use
our
and would
hands up in
appreciate
support.
your money.
We hold our hands up to show that we're together. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Hands
Is this fixed? Is this horizontal better?
Hands up! Black Lives Matter.
I'm trying to deal and drink water and stuff right now. Give me a second.
Black Lives Matter.
Okay, so is this what you people want? What do you fucking maniacs want? Does this work? Huh? Huh? Are you good? Yeah, good. You're upside down. What the fuck? Okay, well, I'm just doing this now, so you people can deal with it, all right? You can deal with the fucking view. This is how it's gonna be.
Stay together. Stay together.
I feel like I'm causing more out in the streets.
Stay together.
It's a pretty good night, man.
Stay together. Stay together.
Did you catch that woman in the van who got gas? It's like, I got a whole video of her, like, did she get gas in traffic? She's like, yes. She's like crying and like getting medics watching her. It's fucking nuts, man. They're just fucking grenading cars.
I don't want to be feared anymore. I don't want to believe
Really? There's video of cops scraping license
I
plates.
don't want to be walking down the sidewalk and somebody crosses the street or locks their door. I don't want
Police spray painting license plates? The fuck are they doing? Marking cars?
We're all good ones. I'm a good one. We're human.
All right, they're shooting, so it's time to go be back and get shot at. So let's go get shot at now.
You gotta remember, man.
So that's going to be neat.
All I'm seeing on
People trying to get the crowd together and tight, rallied, as we prepare for the police to do what police do, which is, again, if you're not clear on what police do, it's fire wildly into groups of people. Good times. Good times. All right. Oh, yeah. You got some good gear here. I think we may be about to re-enter the cool zone. Oh, cool. Well, let's go look at that. So we got more people reforming. So again, people continuing to filter back to the crowd after scattering from the sheer mass of grenades. People whine when it's horizontal. They whine when it's vertical. They just keep whining. So I'm not sure where the police are or where the cop riot's going to start next. But I know it is. Yeah, people should give them hell about the plates. Because I think they're just saying that, like, people who happen to be fucking in traffic in cars when the police shoot them deserve to be marked or some shit. It's pretty nuts. So everyone kind of getting ready for the police to advance. Oh, fun! We've got some Homeland Security police. Now, last night when somebody chucked a plastic bottle near one of these folks at Pioneer Courthouse, they did go back inside. But I don't know that they are going to do that now. I think they might be. And again, nobody was fucking, I don't think, with the courthouse. But the police came out. Oh, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, and we got a guy. Is that a journalist embedded with the cops? Journalists don't hang out with the cops, man. That's not where the story is. I don't know. I'm frustrated seeing that. Oh, sorry. Hey, Unicorn Riot's on. How you guys doing? So, he's just a guy with a camera pack on his back. Yeah. So here we are in the streets of Portland, where the police rioted just recently, wildly launching grenades into a crowd of cars and people, shooting impact munitions to protect a fence. No violence against human beings by protesters, but a whole hell of a lot of violence against human beings by police officers tonight in the streets of Portland, Oregon. Huh? Yeah, I haven't seen any violence against property either. Nope, just a whole lot of cops tear gassing a whole lot of motorists. And again, that might be part of why motorists have been so supportive of these protests, is because they all keep getting tear gassed by the Portland Police Bureau. And we're back to thousands in Pioneer Square after all of that police gas. So this is by far the best job these crowds have done of reforming after getting broken apart and shot. And there appears to be a little bit of a shindigger going down here. Huh? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's my war helmet. Huh? Well, I can tell. Yeah, you got nice stuff on. Look at all that. No, you're doing great. Wow, what a crowd. Yeah. What a fucking crowd. There's so many more people streaming in. Are these people from the damn bridge coming back? Holy shit. I think more people are coming in from all over Portland now. This is so many fucking people. This is nuts. This has not happened before on the other nights. There are more people than there were when the crowd massed at the fence. Like, there's so many more people coming in right now. Yeah. Nice to meet you. If you're just joining us, I'm Robert Evans. This is the people of Portland rising up against their police who just earlier tonight fired grenades wildly into traffic and spray-painted cars during what can only be called a cop riot. And now, again, this is hours after way more than 10,000 people marched down the Burnside Bridge to protest police brutality. And after getting repeatedly gassed and grenaded and shot at by impact munitions, the crowd has reformed to thousands strong as more people trickle in from throughout the city of Portland to resist the violence of the Portland Police Bureau. Again, 82% of the Portland Police Bureau live outside of the city of Portland. So what you are seeing here today, it's not inaccurate. Outside agitators are causing violence in an American city, and they are the outside agitators of the Portland Police Bureau who tear gas multiple people in traffic as well as protesters. We saw people staggering, crying out of vehicles, gassed, and were helped by protest medics, street medics. So again, by the way, street medics, a whole lot of anarchists within the street medic community. So again, if you're wondering what anarchists are doing during these cop riots, they're washing people's eyes out and helping them deal with poison gas. Yeah, I'm gonna try to ask some people some stuff. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. My name's Robert. I'm a journalist, and I'm live streaming this. I wonder if I could ask you a couple questions. I don't need to put your face on. I'm just interested in why you're out here tonight. And how long have you been out here? 30 minutes. How did you hear about this? Oh, okay. And you decided now was the time to come out. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Great, thank you. Huh? Yeah. People can so she told me she just got here about a half hour ago, but she's been coming out the last 2 nights. So I think you do have a lot of people who are just kind of, you know, coming in late. Oh, here's another, this is another medic car. So it's a car with water, food, and first aid for people who are protesting. Thank you so much. Yeah, fuck it, I'll get more water. I'm gonna get gassed again. Yeah. I'm gonna try to get a mic situation set up, guys. I just have a phone right now, so sorry. I don't like carrying a whole lot of shit when I do this, but I will try to get a better mic setup, okay? I promise that. But I don't like to have a lot of stuff on me because I like to be able to run through crowds while getting shot at. Hey folks, my name's Robert. I'm a journalist covering the events. I'm wondering, I don't need to get anyone's face, but I'm wondering what's bringing y'all out here and what do you want? Yeah, please. This is cool.
He is now Kondai.
Oh, this guy with a fire extinguisher. Yeah, really happy with the quality of the stream tonight. I got a new phone on a new network because my old one kept getting throttled or some shit. I don't know. But it seems to be working a lot better. So, again, Robert Evans here, live streaming the protests in Portland and the violence in the Portland Police Bureau. I will be continuing to do this as long as the Portland Police Bureau continues to fire tear gas wildly into crowds of people and motorists. I don't know. There look like there's like 3,000 people in this fucking square right now. It might be more. And this is again after repeated police munitions already dispersed the crowd 3 or 4 times, maybe more like 5. They've reformed, continuing to hold Pioneer Square. We got some NLG, National Lawyers Guild folks here. Yeah, great regrouping tonight. Great use of Hong Kong tactics to put out tear gas. Been really impressive tonight. I'm very proud of how the Portland community has turned out. Yeah, I'll try to do more interviews once I get a better mic. Wow. And you can hear the support from the motorists of Portland, Oregon. A lot of whom have been tear gassed by the police of Portland over the last few days. Well, yeah, it's interesting you ask about the long-term plan. There are some lists of demands. Hey, thank you.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, man?
So, does anybody know anything about the people that are leading the big protests? That just literally, like a motherfucking Pied Piper, left.
Yeah, they went back to Burnside. Yeah.
Thousands of people. Who are these people? I've never seen a crowd more classified in my entire life.
Yeah, not this crowd. Yeah.
Leave over the Burnside Bridge. Everyone who wants to stay and support folks like the Pioneer Park.
Okay.
So it's a very deliberate push.
Great. I'm just curious because I was like, boy, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
It's interesting. So, people are asking about demands, what has been issued. There have been some demands issued by different groups. Now, we don't have anything that's like as universally agreed upon as the 5 demands in Hong Kong, but there are lists of demands, one of whom is from the NAACP of Portland, Oregon. So I'm going to read what the NAACP of Portland, Oregon is demanding right now. A ban on the use of knee holds and chokeholds is an acceptable practice for police officers. The use of force continuum for any police department in the country must ensure that there are at least 6 levels of steps with clear rules on escalation. Each state's Open Records Act must ensure officer misconduct information and disciplinary histories are not shielded from the public. Recertification credentials may be denied for police officers if determined that their use of deadly force was unwarranted by federal guidelines. Implementation of citizens review boards in municipalities to hold police departments accountable and build public confidence. So that's the NAACP's list of demands. And there's another list of demands that's going around in Portland from a group called Shift Accounting. And they are demanding, they have a week of, so this is like what we're in the middle of right now in Portland is a week of action in defense of Black lives. And they're demanding, we demand the rights of protesters be respected. We demand a divestment from police and investment in Black communities, which I think means reducing funding of police. We demand immediate relief for our communities. We demand community control. We demand an end to the war against Black people. So again, those are 2 different lists of demands that are kind of going around right now. So there's nothing that's kind of quite as universal or clear as the 5 demands that the protesters in Hong Kong had going, but also those came together over a period of time, and we are just now exactly 1 week into the protest. It is 1 week today since the protest really got started in Minneapolis over the death of George Floyd. And this Tuesday, is the first time that there have been protests against police violence in all 50 states in the United States. We're hearing today about a protest yesterday that was 1,000 people in Pendleton, Oregon, a small rural community. People took to the streets in Redding, California, one of the more conservative cities in California, and not a protesty town. In Seaside, Oregon, a small, sleepy vacation town. People protesting. Thank you so much. Thank you. So people are really turning out all over the damn country, even in like conservative strongholds. People are turning out to protest for their right to not live in a damn police state, for their right to not be tear gassed at random by police who fire grenades into crowds. So we will see what happens. I know some pop mob people. I'm sure some are involved. I haven't seen them here yet, but there's a lot of activists in pop mob that are going to show up anytime something's happening. The Youth Liberation Front's been big. Hi.
I wanted to let everybody know on your live stream and whatnot that the Nike security guards out there, specifically the one at the red, he's probably like 200, 300 pounds. He saw this woman spray painting on their plywood. Seriously, not doing anything violent, and he came up and fucking tackled her into the bushes over there, into the the planters.
Jesus.
And he just tackled her, and everybody had to try to get him off of her. And a bunch of the security guards started pushing everybody and trying to like shove everybody and punch everybody, and they provoked a huge fight and are just being completely assholes. They honestly remind me of the Cowboys a lot, but it's super fucked up that they did that.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's super nice.
Thank you. So yeah, one woman's report on the Nike. I thought the Nike guys were cool. They've been chill to me, but I am a white dude. Sorry. Bismarck, North Dakota had a protest? Findlay, Oregon. That's fucking wild. The people are... Osala's protesting. Redding is protesting. Yeah. Osala, Florida's protesting. Fucking... That's wild. That is absolutely bonkers. Astoria, Oregon. Yeah. Tillamook. Yeah, people are turning out all over. They're not rioting, but they're protesting in fucking Tillamook. All right, now I'm gonna unplug. Hi, thank you. You have a great night. Thank you for coming out. Yeah. Let's keep doing this. So here we go. We're heading back up to the front of the crowd, which I don't know, y'all, but I suspect this crowd might be marching towards the sacred fence. And if the crowd marches towards the sacred fence, then we are in reality marching into the cool zone again. So we're gonna see. Yeah, it's nice that Paris is protesting and rioting, but also Paris riots for any damn reason, right? A lot of support from motorists. Marin City, are you shitting me? There's like 9 people in Marin City. Oh my gosh. We have Sarah Yanarone? Yeah, Sarah Yanarone is in the chat. Hi, Sarah. I voted for you. I'm gonna guess most of the crowd who voted did. Yeah. Welcome to the stream, Sarah. The Portland Police Bureau tear gassed thousands of protesters for no discernible action. Some people shook a sign at one point, or a fence at one point, but not even right before they fired. And they also tear gassed huge numbers of motorists. We had people crying in the street, getting out of their cars, unable to see, and they had to be treated by street medics because the Portland police were just arcing grenades wildly into the middle of downtown. Yeah, that wasn't cool, right? Yeah, that was... Yeah, they were shooting at our faces with munitions. Yeah. Yeah, they were trying to start a panic. Thankfully, there were nice people in the crowd, experienced organizers who have been gassed and shot at a lot by the Portland police, who did a wonderful job of telling everybody not to run, not to panic, to stay calm, and to move, while other activists put cones over tear gas grenades to put them out and attempted to defend their town and their fellow citizens from the Portland Police Bureau. So that's been nice. And again, if you're joining us now and you like this stream and you want to make me happy, I would love it if you would donate to the Black Resilience Fund. If you go to the Black Resilience Fund on GoFundMe, send them some money. That would be a great use of your money and your time. So, thousands still in the streets after hours of police violence and gassing. The streets still smell like gas, and we are now approaching another chunk of the fence. We're past 7-Eleven here. So we are now approaching the sacred fence that walls off the Justice Center and the federal courthouse from the people who those buildings are supposed to serve. These people would like to be able to protest in front of their Justice Center. And this fence is what stands between them and being able to do that. So we're gonna see. We are gonna see what happens next. The last time this crowd got up to a fence, we had a tense moment. We had some pepper balls shot through the fence. People asking the police to take a knee, saying that if you take a knee, we will leave. Show us you give a fuck. Take a knee, we will leave. Show us you give a fuck, they asked. Take a knee! No one's touching the gate. So, people are asking the police to take a knee, and this crowd of thousands will turn back. And the police here mobilizing to protect the fence.
Hands up!
Police Bureau, do not interfere with the fencing. If you tamper with the fencing or fail to obey officer instructions, you will be subject to uses of force to include impact munitions and riot control agents. Stay back.
So again, Portland police saying if the fence is touched, people will be shot.
This is the Portland Police Bureau. Do not interfere with the fencing. If you tamper with the fencing or fail to obey officer instructions, you will be subject to uses of force to include impact munitions and riot control agents. Stay back.
All right. So we're here at the sacred fence, which walls off the Justice Center and the federal courthouse from the people that those buildings serve. These crowds of thousands with gas shot repeatedly tonight are demanding the police take a knee, and they will leave. Police recorded a photo 2 days ago when they had some officers take a knee in front of citizens. They then gassed those same citizens. The officers who had taken a knee were just taking a knee to put on gas masks and gassed citizens shortly thereafter. And again, protesters are just asking the Portland Police Bureau to take a knee and show that they're listening and that they understand how unhappy members of this crowd are with the behavior of the Portland Police Bureau. Now, I'll be surprised if the police do, in fact, take a knee, because they've not listened to any demands made by the crowd yet. This crowd has shown a lot of resilience tonight, a lot of willingness to absorb police munitions and reform and deal with them. But we'll see.
Park illegally, the street shut down. It don't matter where you stop. Just get out of here a little bit. Hey, get closer.
Can't quite make out names from here, unfortunately. I did a line read through of officer names earlier, but I just haven't been able to again.
We're going to hold for a little bit. Just because we got a lot of people coming in.
Citizens shout, "Whose streets? Our streets," as we prepare for the Police Bureau's response. So far, no sign that the officers are planning to kneel and acquiesce to the crowd's demands. No idea what the crowd will do. But earlier today, when citizens got close to the fence, police fired through the fence with pepper balls at them. So that's kind of where we've been lately. Here we are. Another Tuesday night in Portland, Oregon, where earlier today, way over 10,000 people marched against police violence, and easily 3,000 are still in the streets, willing to be gassed and shot at by the police in order to protest police violence. It has been a night in the cool zone. Are people still hearing me okay?
Part of the change. Because we can't just not be racist, we have to be anti-racist. I want to reiterate that. We can't just not be racist, we have to be anti-racist. We have to be what? We have to be what?
To take a knee.
We have to be what?
So that.
Wow. Give yourselves a hand of applause. I want you to know that I, just like you, am tired. Yes, at this point in time, I am tired. Like I want to go to bed. Like y'all probably want to go to bed. But are we tired? No! Are we tired? No! But do y'all want to go to bed? Okay, I mean, that's cool. I want you to know we are human and that we don't operate without food, sleep, and sustenance, water, spirituality. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. If you have personal shit you have to get done, please take care of that before you come out here. Please take care of yourselves before you come out here, because we need you strong, we need you loud, and we need you proud. And if you got stuff on your mind, you can't do that. Or maybe this is your peace. Maybe this is your solace. Maybe you come out here to find other individuals who share that mindset with you. Maybe you come out here because you couldn't sleep at night. Because you were up thinking about injustice. I know I stay up thinking about that. I know I don't sleep because I think about injustice. I've written a lot of poems. I've written a lot of words. I've written a lot of policy statements at 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Because my insomnia is around racial injustice. My insomnia is around inequity. My insomnia is around inequality. So tonight y'all can sleep. But best believe we will be out here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Let me get those fists up real quick. Let me get those fists up. Let me get those fists up. Hey, someone tell the drivers to put their fists up. Thank you. Please get loud when it's time to get loud. I want everybody to hear this. Tomorrow, we will be out here in this same spot at 6 p.m. Hold it. Hold quiet. Come ready to support. Come ready to be loud. Bring a friend that didn't come today. Bring a family member that didn't come today. Bring your racist grandmother. Bring your racist grandfather. Bring your pastor that tells you you can love everybody, but black people are not equal. We're gonna be here until it matters, damn straight. Because whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? I'm gonna let my boy Devin speak to you, and then Mana is gonna close us out at the end. Please, again, be respectful. Please listen. Thank you all so much for showing up in solidarity. It means more to every black person you've ever met than they can express to you. This right here, this is a show of love. That's what it is at the end of the day. That's what protests are run on. Not fear, not hate, not violence. Love. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. Thank you so much. I love y'all too.
I'm going to keep it real short on this one because I've been talking a lot. My voice is tired, but I just want to make it real quick. You know, this country has kind of been brought to its knees and reduced to rubble just because of COVID-19. I wondered to myself, how did they even manage to still keep up with the consistency of killing black people? How are they still killing us while they're like coughing and killing us? You know, I was like, I don't understand. So the reason why I'm here, why I got off of my couch, is because I realized there was something happening right outside of my window, and that I wasn't a part of it. I was just watching it happen. And the more that we do that and allow it to just happen and not join it, it hurts the cause. Every human body that's here is aiding the cause. I just want to remind you guys, and I want to remind you guys, everybody, whatever political faction we're all here together. And only when we accept our responsibility together can we then build trust. Only when we have learned to accept all of our responsibilities together will we truly learn how to trust each other. I look at you guys now and I feel like we've built so much trust already. We've only been doing this for a short while. We got a long road to go. All right? It's the long game. You hear me? It's the long game. So like Darren said, to be honest, I mean, yesterday I had a muscle spasm in both calf muscles, dog. I was running, ducking. Oh my God, I forgot how long it's been since I ran. So I need you guys to stay healthy, drink water, eat some good food, get some rest, because honestly, this shit is deeper than Paul. It's deeper than your job. It's deeper than anything that's ever happened in your life, to be honest. What's realer than this? What's realer than this? Tell your fucking employer there's nothing realer that's ever happened in your life. I'm expected at work tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen with that. I gotta be honest. I might be on unemployment soon too. Honestly, nothing matters more than this right now. This is not a game. All right? We are not influencers trying to look like something's happening. It's happening, and it's real as hell. We are on this movement. You guys are on our time. It's us together. This is not your movement, it's our movement. You feel me? So when you... Okay. We're gonna wrap this up pretty quickly here, all right?
All right, so we're gonna be pretty quickly because once again we're hearing that the cops are coming, or I don't know what is the situation. Look, I just want us to wait, okay? Peace signs, that's not what we're about, y'all. Okay? I mean, yes, but okay.
Okay, I can hear you.
You know what? Okay, we want to say thank you to Harrison, who donated the speaker for us today, so that way everybody can hear us. Thank you. Okay, and if you also are interested in contributing or you want to donate, please stick around, okay? We're all going to be sticking around until you all clear out and make sure you all get where you need to go. Again, we're going to be meeting here tomorrow in this same spot. No confusion. We're not meeting downtown. We're meeting right here, 6 o'clock. Show up a little bit early, okay? We're going to try to be on time. Despite, some stereotypes, we're going to be on time and punctual, okay? So be here a little bit early so you can get your good seat in and we can get all cozy and talk to you all and get a snack, do whatever supplies you may need. And also, I just want everybody to get home safely tonight. Please do not be a part of any ruckus. Please be safe. Okay, there are cops in the area. Be smart, be mindful. Pick up your trash. Did I get everything? Pick up your trash. Clean the streets, okay? This is our home. This is our city. Keep it clean. What else did I have to say? Oh.
Hey, what time are we going to be here tomorrow?
Where?
Maybe a little earlier. Where? Right? 6 p.m. at Revolution Hall, where we are at right now.
All right, and I just want to say something also. You guys might not know, I'm first generation in this country. Me and Martha right here, our family's from Eritrea, Asmara, okay? So, we're here with you. Our country has beaten everything against all odds. We don't even have COVID no more over there, okay? So what we want to say is a special message. It's in our language, Tigrinya. It's Awet Nahapash, okay? It's power to the people. All right? Awet Nahapash. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
As you guys leave, remember this, and when you come back tomorrow, be 100% peaceful, but be 0% victim. Thank you guys for coming out.
Speaker.
How's it feel completing a second day of peaceful protest?
It feels amazing. This is not even my second one. I'm gonna be out here every night. Every single night I'm gonna be out here. I've been out here since Friday. This is our second perfectly ran protest. Yesterday was amazing. Today was even more amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a human. I do have, stuff I deal with, mental health, etc. And that's why we want everybody to go home tonight and rest and take care of themselves. Take a day if you need. We understand. That doesn't mean you're not with us anymore. I forgot to even say that. But anybody who's with us and you feel like you need to take a day, take a day. Take 2 days. You're still with us. So take care of yourself so you can come back out here and support what you believe in, okay? Which is justice for our Black lives. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Before you go, I want to introduce myself to you and give you my information.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out the Discord.
Damn, this one came out quick.
We just go to these streets peacefully. We're still being peaceful, no worries. We still peaceful.
This is we love this city like you. We didn't touch it.
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd!
Stop it.
George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd! George Floyd!
Yeah, we're literally just fucking did exercise right now.
Where is your leader?
Chief, are you the chief?
So y'all need to listen up. I'm speaking for the whole black community right now. We need to keep this shit peaceful. If we don't keep it peaceful, this is when they start to get crazy, okay? We're out here for black lives.
Ahí está Univision. No quisieron mi video, los culeros.
starting to prepare bombs, get ready to grab tear gas grenades. We are certainly headed for the cool zone, everybody. You can see that officer here with the big white arms getting his truncheon ready. On Saturday, we saw men with truncheons like that beating people on the ground in the face and in the body as they lay down. 4 police to 1 person beating them. One officer dropped his stick and just started punching a man in the face repeatedly.
Hey, if there's one good cop, show yourself. Show an action, otherwise you're back. One cop. Do it. Show some balls. One good cop. Show yourself. Oh, fucking surprise.
So here we are in the city of Portland, Oregon, waiting for the police to riot. More than 3,000 citizens, after a march of more than 10,000, more than 3,000 have reformed for the 3rd time at the fence that separates the Justice Center from the rest of town. This is the 3rd time. The first 2 times they were gassed and grenaded away from the fence. Police then proceeded to riot through the streets, gassing and grenading random people in traffic. And now, here we are back at the fence.
We don't quit. We stand our ground. These are our streets. Whose streets? Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
And again, just a massive crowd of people here.
Stand your ground. Stand your ground.
People who are very angry at the Portland Police Bureau, who are, again, the outside agitators in this situation. 82% of them do not live in the city of Portland. Protesters I've talked to tonight have told me that they're getting used to tear gas. They're getting used to flashbangs. They're getting used to the weapons that the Portland Police Department deploys willy-nilly, which is kind of the consequence of shooting wildly into people. Huh. What's the 82% figure? 82% of the Portland Police Bureau lives outside of the city of Portland.
Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor!
So here we are in the streets of Portland, just waiting for whatever's going to happen next. Here we go. So someone has started a Twitter account for the Portland Fence. This is the sacred fence that we're looking at right now. The sacred fence that separates the Justice Center from its people. Fun stuff. The police really do love this fence, and it's a fine fence. I mean, as fences go, you've got some really solid metal. Oh, police have started shooting pepper balls through the crowd. One person has thrown a plastic bottle from up there. Now police are beginning to shoot more into the crowd. Flashbangs deployed. People throwing a lot of bombs at the Portland Police Bureau. People chucking plastic bottles back at the police after the police opened fire on them. Police getting ready to dispense munitions into the crowd. firing at us with pepper balls. They're behind us shooting. Yeah, gas, wait. No, not gas. We're good. So they're going to start shooting more. And again, they started shooting pepper balls before anything was tossed at them, as best as I can see. After they started shooting pepper balls, one person threw a plastic bottle. They began firing pepper balls, and now they're shooting a lot of munitions at us. Yeah, one person tosses it back into the police lines. Very good work. People are using cones, Hong Kong tactics being deployed to put out tear gas grenades to stop the crowd from being gassed. So we are seeing, again, there's a fire now at the fence. The Portland Police Bureau has lit the sacred fence on fire. We have fires at the sacred fence lit by the Portland Police Bureau. What a terrible night. Oh my God. Oh shit. Dude. Police firing into the crowd. Lots of flashbangs. Lots of munitions. We are just getting shot to hell and back here. And the police have lit the sacred, they bombed the sacred fence. Police have declared an unlawful assembly. And again, people are trying to use tossing back tear gas. People are ready with cones, preparing to defend themselves from the Portland Police Bureau. A crowd that has learned and evolved. Oh shit, they have gas behind us. We gotta go. They're gassing all around. Shit. Hold your breath. Come on. Get through. Holy shit. Fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, you gotta get me. Not bad. You got me bad. Oh, shit. Try to get up and move. They got us good. And they're continuing to shoot munitions. Yeah, they're shooting behind us. They got us good.
Yeah, here I stand.
Okay. Wait.
Fuck you! Fuck the police!
So I am burning all over. We can see the police continuing to advance and deploy munitions. My whole body is soaked in tear gas. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of gas. So when you get into the middle of a cloud of gas, like I just was, we were just running through plumes of tear gas. My entire body is burning because I've been sweating and wetting myself all night with water. So my whole fucking body's on fire as the Portland police continue to march forward. And again, worst of all, they lit the sacred fence on fire. We just wanted to worship it in our own way. I think this crowd just wanted to worship the sacred fence differently from the police, and in their haste, the police lit the fence on fire. That is the densest fucking tear gas cloud I've ever run through yet. That was a lot. I mean, a lot of cars got tear gassed again.
Or be subject to use of force to include ranks of agents and impact munitions.
So here we go. Portland police advancing on a crowd that they just really fucking coated in tear gas. Holy shit, we got gas bad, you guys.
Leave the area to the north now, or be subject to use of force to include riot control agents and impact munitions.
Police are advancing again. I wonder if they took the fence down to advance. Oh boy, they're just shooting up into this crowd that's running. More gas. Yeah, they're gonna keep lighting us up. Yeah. Light us up and light this car up. Get out of here, man. You gotta get out of here. Here we have the Portland Police Bureau. Whoa! Somebody dropped a mortar at the cops. That must have caused some stress. They had us on both sides a little bit ago. That was tense as hell. We had to just run. I know. They boxed us in and gassed us and ran in to grab people, I think. We've got a barricade that's been set up here. So folks are attempting to slow things down. And we've got more munitions flying through the air. Let's get back to that. Police just absolutely gassing the piss out of us. Gassing the piss out of the car. Shit. Come on, back here, Elaine. Back here, yeah. You can see this gas. People still trying to tell them, trying to stop them, dumping them. That's it, when you put the gas into a can of water, they're popping the top on. That appears to be not the ideal solution. Yeah, they're having trouble with that. So that does not seem to work as well as the cone. There is a reason the cones have become so iconic in Hong Kong.
I have to close the window.
I think because it takes a while for the gas to bubble over the top, you can get the water in
and it was not peaceful.
and put the thing out. But you really need...
It's not good.
Huh? This is all right? Oh, never mind. Oh, this is just a motorist helping people.
The police are still ordering people to leave.
Rioting Portland police.
And throwing tear gas.
Oh, they probably can't drive because of all the gas. Yeah, I'm sure. I watched them beat a woman's face in.
So this just went from a peaceful protest to completely fucking
and they shoot at them.
Destruction in like 1 minute. The tear gas is coming now.
And police are now shooting still into the retreating crowd, continuing to fire into the crowd with gas, gassing the crowd in the middle to make it difficult for people to even go anywhere.
Eric, where are you at, Eric?
Where they even want to go. Is there an exit here? Yeah. Police are cutting off through here.
Fuck, the tear gas is starting to get through my goggles
gas
now.
In the middle
Fuck
of the crowd
Christ.
To make it impossible. They're telling us to flee to the north, but they're gassing everything, every possible. All right, we'll meet them by going this way. Come on.
I know they are. I know they're coming, but there's too many people here. I promise you the cops are outnumbered. They can't arrest us.
So here we see the Portland Police Bureau.
We didn't do not a goddamn thing but stand here all day, and a couple of assholes threw some water bottles, and now they're fucking tear gassing us and macing us. This is fucking bullshit.
Following the cops.
Well, I didn't choose to use snowboard goggles, asshole. Someone came up to me and gave them to me, alright? Yeah, there's people around here that have milk and whatnot. So, I'm luckier than most people because I have these goggles on, though, I'll tell you that.
See where the crowd is. Again, people of Portland just getting the hell gassed out of them by their police.
Eric, if you're watching this, buddy, come find me.
Oh, but there's the Marriott.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure it's lovely here tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm all good, everybody.
So, we've come to the crowd, trying to find their friends. We have a small crowd of citizens here. Police just gassing this city as much as I've ever seen them gas this city. Oh, we're coming up on behind here.
They're shooting rubber bullets at us now.
Trying to cut off groups. Trying to gas people.
Fuck them. What the fuck, dude?
Fuck. Oh, yeah, kids. Your mom is fine. She's still dead. We both got covered in tear gas during the cop riot, but we're all right. And she's got goggles. So everything's fine, except for all the people who got gas. They got gas. And it sucks. Oh my gosh. Getting soaked in tear gas like that, not a good time. No, I'm doing okay now. It's fading. It fades. It don't last. Tear gas don't last. Huh? Yeah. The shitty thing this time is that, like, I poured so much water in myself that my shirt was wet.
Yep.
And when you get
You're
gas on a wet shirt,
right.
it just, like, burns your skin real fucking...
This was a peaceful protest until the fucking cops started gassing people. Now I have to have my umbrella open to protect myself from fucking getting tear gas.
I'm gonna be honest, they kind of scattered us with that.
There's someone with a leaf blower, finally! Fuck yeah! Look at that line of cops there.
Huh? Those are people. Yeah, those aren't cops.
They're tear gassing that fucking neighborhood where
people
people
over there.
live in this fucking neighborhood. Tear gas is getting sucked up into people's apartments. They're breathing this shit. They can't breathe in their own fucking homes. Look at this.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. We were just standing there, and some assholes threw a couple of water bottles, and this is what fucking happened.
Yeah, running through that crowd with cops on both sides. That was fucking rough, man. That was so much gas.
Now I gotta keep an umbrella in front of my fucking... It's getting real spicy over here. I can barely even breathe out of my nose. Thank God for these fucking goggles. Spicy, if you're still watching this shit, tell Eric to meet up with me somewhere if he's around. I hope he's still around.
Police Bureau?
Spicy, are you still here?
Or at least demilitarize it? Maybe reduce the amount of gas that
They just shot something else. They're shooting like paintballs, I think. I really hope this shit is unwoke. I need as many people as possible to be seeing this right now because we weren't doing a fucking goddamn thing but standing around. 2 people threw a couple of water bottles and then this is what resulted. I'm fucking crying right now. This is unbelievable. And this shit has been happening the last 3 or 4 days and people are fucking angry, dude. We haven't been doing anything. We just been peacefully standing around observing what's going on and we get fucking tear gassed and maced because 2 people throw fucking water bottles. This is bullshit.
back to the truck. You can see gas down there. The group that we lost is somewhere around here. We're doing our best, folks.
If I die tonight, guys. If I die tonight, guys. Here we go. Here's me in front of a shit ton of cops. There's probably 100 cops down there.
Tear gas. That is the most tear gas I've ever had run through. Really. They're just beating the piss out of us tonight.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Okay. Now, I'm really interested in the guy who does the Portland Police Bureau announcements, because he has a really distinctive voice. It's always the same dude. And I wonder if they're just like, oh yeah, Jimmy's the guy that sounds the most like a cop. So we gotta have him tell everybody it's the Portland Police Bureau who are firing munitions into them wildly.
I hope you guys can see this right now. I have my fucking umbrella in front of me, ready to take tear gas and make.
When there's a couple of
oh, trust me, I've got plenty of footage to make plenty of fucking reports against the SPD when I finally
just constantly
comfortably get home.
In dozens of cans.
In the meantime,
you can't really do it.
What the fuck? They just shot that guy with a fucking something.
Yeah, it's interesting. This fence here does not appear to be safe because the police are not defending it with the ardor they defended the other fence. This is a fence for a hole. Yeah. So, here's the target. They got a little bit rioted on 2 nights ago. It's still doing okay. Target's going to be fine, everybody.
Here comes the tear gas, everybody. Fuck, I can barely breathe. Fuck.
Here's some more rioting officers rolling down through the street.
Fuck!
These are the good people up ahead.
Shit! The tear gas is seeping through my fucking goggles and my face mask. Holy shit. What am I expecting? I'm expecting them to not shoot fucking tear gas at us when we've been standing out here for 6 hours. Not doing a goddamn thing but standing here.
There's now an account for the sacred fence, which is nice.
The fuck out of here. Do you have a problem with people peacefully protesting and the cops shooting tear gas at us like this for no fucking reason? Then get the fuck out of my street.
Really what we saw tonight.
We weren't doing a goddamn thing. 2 people threw water bottles in and we're getting tear gassed.
They definitely
this is fucking preposterous.
They lit the fence on fire still. Yeah. Yeah. That's for sure.
Fuck.
Yeah. This crowd has reformed a lot.
Same position
really
we were last night, boys.
repeatedly.
We started at the precinct like 2 blocks up.
Keep coming out.
Be careful, cops are in.
We're doing okay.
Now they're running us back towards the fucking. Fuck! I can barely breathe with this mask on.
The Justice Center in the federal courthouse after a number of protests there. Marching to the fence to meet with the police. Try to get them to kneel. Sometimes people shake the fence. But the police have been defending the fence. They have been defending the fence and injuring people. And kind of what we saw tonight was they kept waiting for the crowd to fuck with the fence, and the crowd didn't fuck with the fence. So they started shooting a couple of pepper balls at the crowd, and that got one person to throw a plastic water bottle, and then they started shooting dozens of pepper balls, and that got 2 or 3 more people to throw plastic water bottles. And then they just started popping grenades off, and that caused a lot of people to throw bottles. Yes. We talk a lot about the continuum of force. I'm all tear gassed and snotty, but sorry. Hi, everybody. It's Robert Evans here. Yeah.
You are literally the reason that we had the courage to come out here and do this.
That's so good to hear, man. Thank you.
I'm thankful that
Yeah.
I've been watching your broadcast.
Awesome. Keep coming out. It's not so bad. You get over the gas.
It was pretty bad.
That one, were you there when they got up on both sides? That was fucking rough, man. We really need to stop getting We need to not get cornered. It's hard when the fence is such a magnet, right? Everyone wants to be at the fence. Yeah. They know we'll come to the damn fence. Yeah.
Do you guys see all those fucking police officers down there? I don't know if you can see with all the fucking tear gas smoke up in the air.
Go the fuck home!
People are fucking pissed here. Everyone is fucking mad. We just got tear gas for no fucking reason. Fuck.
Hey! Hold the line. Steady hand! Steady heart!
Fuck.
We all go home safe tonight! Steady hand! Steady heart!
Thank you guys for watching. Click that fucking follow button because I'm going to be out here every day this fucking bullshit is going on.
Steady hand! Steady heart! We all go home safe tonight! We ain't fucking finished!
Shit, I can barely see out of my goggles. I gotta fix this.
Hey, I just want to make it known, I'm a street medic right here. I want you to know that they just shot the cameraman next to me right in the fucking face with a tear gas canister.
This is the thing that like builds up and grows over time. We keep seeing more people out. We keep seeing a more resilient crowd using more tactical thinking, getting better at reforming and handling police violence. I think that's kind of how it's got to be, right? Like, you're not going to have, everyone's not going to just, like, start out ready to,
fucking beat us. It's almost over. We will be out here every goddamn
who know when anyone is. Okay, so let's head back down there. We'll see if we can find more. I don't know if we're going to find more tonight. People might have had enough. But,
Do not move! Stand your ground!
How? Yeah, I'll always mute the chuds if I'm not getting tear gassed and can see that chuds are going. Joey Gibson tried to join again. He's going to watch.
There's so many police officers up there right now.
It is my street.
Hey, stay back, guys. Come on. Stay back. Stay back. Come on. Keep up your hands. Good job. So I got tear gassed about 2 more times tonight. I guess that makes it a total of 7 or 8 times I've been tear gassed in the last fucking 5 days.
Stay back! Stay back!
Hey, guys. Hey, be careful, guys. Come on. Fucking Christ. These guys are going to get us tear gassed again. This is just what they need, an excuse to shoot more shit at us. Well, I guess if they do, you guys will be able to see it firsthand. I don't even care anymore. I gotta piss so bad. But I want you guys to see how we're just chilling here. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Here they fucking come. I don't know what they think they're trying to do. Arrest people in small groups or what?
I can't fucking see what's going on. Hey.
Here they come. Here they come.
Back up.
Ah, shit. I'm kneeling down right in front of these dumbass cops. All I have is an umbrella and a telephone. Great. Great. Stop! Stop! Great. They just threw more shit at the fucking police, and now they're shooting at us. Fuck! Do you guys fucking see this? Do you guys see what's happening right here? Those are police officers turning over dumpsters to get through the crowd. I'm terrified walking up this close to them because they've been shooting innocent people all night with tear gas, but I'm gonna do it. Hey! Chris! Hey, don't pepper spray us! What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Don't pepper spray us! Fuck you, you pig! We're not doing anything! We're filming you being an asshole! That's what we're doing! Fucking piece of shit. Oh, look at the police officer destroying the umbrella. What is that, out of rage? Yeah, shake that pepper spray up real good. You fucking piece of shit. $2,000 people watching you motherfuckers on Twitch right now. Yeah, I'm moving. 2,000 people watching you on Twitch. Okay, I'm moving, but I do, but you don't have to hurt me, all right? You see this? They're trying to rush me along. No one's trying to hurt you. Well, then don't fucking thrust your fucking batons at me, you piece of shit.
Where's the med supplies, sir?
They just destroyed 2 umbrellas. I don't know if that was out of rage or what, but they just picked up umbrellas that were open like this and started smashing them on the dumpsters. Like, what the fuck is that about? Tell me the police aren't tribal. Tell me the police don't... I mean, come on. What the fuck? They don't even want me filming them. Some people coming out of their apartments to help out. Yeah, fuck you! I've never been against this much against cops in my whole life. The last 5 fucking days I've seen shit that makes me fucking hate police officers. And that's a sad thing to say. It really is. But I hope you guys just saw a few minutes ago, right in front of a fucking church, some asshole cop shoved me away with his fucking baton because I was filming him being an asshole. Fuck. Look at him. Jesus, dude. Yeah, well, I'm pretty close to my home, so don't, I'll go home when I'm ready to go home, Oh, here we go. This is my home. I'm at my home, you fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? This is my fucking home, and they're tear gassing my home.
to center.
Yeah.
Wow, the bail fund's at like 460 grand. That's great.
Here's all the fucking police coming back now. After they just tear gas the fuck out of everyone. That's lovely. Be careful. They're not fucking around. Here come more police. I can still fucking feel the tear gas in my eyes. Jesus Christ. Hope you guys feel good about yourselves. I really do. I really hope you feel good about yourselves. Fucking shitheads. Ah! Oh! There we go. This is the dumpster they just destroyed those motherfucking umbrellas on. I don't know if that was out of anger or what. I hope some of you guys saw that. Police picked up umbrellas and just started destroying them. Shit. Not really. They ran everyone off with tear gas and shit.
What happened? Why did they do that?
A couple of people threw water bottles at them, and they started responding with tear gas and paintballs. So everyone went that way, and they went that way. And they're still shooting shit. Hey guys, be careful. Go that way.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to just circle around help.
I can barely see out of my fucking goggles. It's so goddamn. Hey man, be careful. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's all the police. They just tear gassed us all the way to here, and then now they're backing up to there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I hope so. Wow. Yeah, I'm okay. The tear gas is seeping through my goggles a little bit, but for the most part, I'm in a much better situation than most people because I have goggles, period. Most people don't have goggles at all. A really cool guy just came up and stream sniped me earlier and handed me these goggles and a beer. That was really sweet of him. And he was attractive as hell, so if you're still watching this, come home with me tonight, Daddy. Okay, back to the serious part. There's the police down there. I don't know what's really going to happen next, but I guess I'm here to film it for you guys. Let me check my battery. No, I don't need to check my battery. Whatever you think is the best thing to do, Nigel. You're the boss. You do what you think is best, Nigel. Seems like they're being yelled at from this side of the street and over there as well on Pine Street. I can barely see out of these goggles. Let me see. Yeah. There's a really large group of police down there. I would say 75 to 100
That was in response
cops.
to someone throwing a water bottle that hit like a little awning. This is a cop riot. There again, as they were on
Jesus,
Sunday,
dude.
just firing.
Regroup on Pine.
Let's try to get up to Pioneer.
808. Dude, thanks for the tip, man. I appreciate you.
What?
Yes, you're right. Meat shank. I have a few different umbrellas. This is the umbrella I brought not to get shot in the face with fucking tear gas like I already have twice tonight.
People were just standing around. Officers chasing after them.
I think I'm gonna
Not
cross
really
over
sure
to Pine
why.
because that seems like if you guys look down here, everyone
Elaine,
was
you
here.
good?
Now they're all gone. I'm thinking what
Right.
the guy just said in chat is probably true, that everyone's regrouping on Pine. So I'm gonna head over there right now. I might even take a piss along the way, actually, because I gotta. Hey, don't judge me. There's 2,800 people watching this right now, and hey, Bradley, thanks for the donation, dude. Wow, that's no,
Grease
there's
everywhere.
definitely a crowd. Let me just
Again, no one doing anything. People with
take
their
a
hands up.
pee and and we're gonna get right back over there to the crowd. Let me pee really quick. I'm gonna put you guys in my chat or in my chat.
My hands up.
I'm gonna put the chat in my pocket. Fuck. Ah. All kinds of inputs. I can't even focus.
Huh? If you what? I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, if there's someone live streaming from the crowd, you would probably be able to see better.
Yeah, we got us a little cop riot going on here. Police are just driving around, grabbing people. Rampaging, you might say. Someone is unconscious. And yeah, I have my press badge. I always have my press
The
badge.
protesters are, like I said, still
Elaine is okay.
still protesting, so they're yelling down there.
Yeah.
And walking back.
So
this way, but very slowly.
I'm press. If they try to arrest me, it's a fucking crime. And you can run while they do that.
They're saying
Yeah, you're
our
good.
streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can see them if you look closely.
Jesus.
Yeah, man, that's the Portland Police Bureau.
Well, the main crowd stayed together. They all ran in the same direction.
They're what? Yeah. They arrested CNN? I didn't know CNN was there. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, they got what? 2.5 minutes left or something?
So
I think since I started
we
the
are
live
in
in
the
this
city of Portland, which has
angle,
been convulsed by a cop riot.
It'll stop
The police
live
are rioting
completely.
through the city, picking up
I don't
random
think it
people,
goes
gassing them, grenading them,
back
and
once
arresting
you
them.
start it a certain way.
Even folks who
And I
have
had
their
it
hands
this way
in the
so we
air.
could see the barricade.
There we go.
People are streaming this on Periscope too.
All right.
The crowd is gathering at the end of the street.
All right. Is this the steel bridge? All right. Okay. Do that. Yeah. Zach, a fun night in Portland.
I can't tell if they're walking towards us or just...
Yeah. Is this
I
your
don't
first
think
time
they're
out here?
walking back yet. It just looks like more people are joining the crowd.
Well, I'm glad you did. It's important to be out here. It's important to keep doing this. You get used to it.
I can see him in my Zoom lens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see them too.
Yeah, we don't have the worst of the 50 states that are currently protesting their police. Yep.
By all means, if you can find a live from one of the protesters in the crowd, go ahead and look around. There'd probably be a way better view of what's happening. You can kind of see if I zoom in.
Where I caught at the barrier, right? But whatever occurred, let's just go from there. Whatever occurred, they cleared it out with tear gas, with pepper spray, with rubber bullets. That's why I got hit by a bullet. The protesters then retreated. They retreated. They came back again, about to the same location, just like this. You know, hands up, everything else. There's nothing being thrown. There's nothing, anything. A second time, SPD now put the tear gas out there. You see what I'm saying? This is where this right here kills and de-escalate.
What are they saying? They're shouting every day. I'm sure you guys can't hear
This
them
is what
through
they
the window, but...
do. But instead now what's happening is
the police are stating again that they had already ordered everyone to disperse, and they are
3
prepared
different
to
times
engage.
now they've deployed gas.
I believe it's been
a
5
chemical
minutes
agent.
since they told them they had 5 minutes to leave.
They put a chemical agent out there. These guys, they got their music on. They're dancing. They're getting ready to get gassed again. They're getting ready to get gassed again. And you guys seen all this right here. People just logging in. Like I said, I got hit with a rubber bullet in my left arm. We wanted to show you guys the faces. These are the faces of the people that are out here. I see you don't have it. So I'm just showing people what these faces of people out here look like. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you never know. You know, it goes across. It was hardcore thugs or something. People the faces of what the protesters out here look like. Here's somebody out here in some scrubs. You know what I'm saying? How are you?
Doing all right. How are you?
Man, I'm okay. We're we're live streaming here. We got about 2,000 people just showing people what the faces of the protesters look like out here, you know?
Yeah, I'm a nurse. I just got off my shift and came straight out here.
You hear that? A nurse just got off his shift, came straight out here. You just turned 18, 17, 18. Did you guys get hit with any tear gas earlier when they did tear gas? Oh, go. Here we go. What I tell you, we're coming for him again. This is coming. This is where we need leadership.
This is where we need people who know how to de-escalate. This is where we need people who know how to bring people from different communities and point of views, people that might have no issue and people that got a lot of issues. This is where we need people with those outstanding, excellent, stellar skills of communication and empathy and leadership. This is your time to shine right now. If you're out here in Seattle, this is your time. Crisis creates opportunity. This is your time right now. If you have an ability to build bridges and to understand, and I said empathy because empathy is important. You don't always have to agree with people, but a sense of empathy will help you understand people. Because I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? This problem isn't just gonna go away.
I have to pee super badly, but
Again.
oh, they're getting ready. Get into gear, boys.
You know what I'm saying? What's up? Showing the faces of the protesters out here.
My name is Natalie Graham. I'm a reporter with The Stranger. Look me up. Follow me on Twitter.
You see this? These are the faces of the protesters out here. Man,
there's a silent H in my name if you need to look me up. Natalie with a silent H.
But you know what I'm saying? It might be interesting to be able to look into that.
No, I don't need to
And
say
again,
I'm press. What are they going to do?
You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying.
At this point, we're just seeing kind of gangs of cops assaulting small and bewildered groups of individuals on the street.
This is an opportunity for leaders to lead, to step into this vacuum. There's a vacuum in Seattle. There's a vacuum in our city. This is an opportunity for people who want to lead. We glory, hallelujah.
Here, I'm writing.
These are the faces of the protesters out here, everybody.
Never mind. I can't tell them I'm press.
Like, make sure and show everybody. These are the people right now on Broadway. Been gassed now 4 times. And again, they're peacefully assembled. Matter of fact, the mayor said earlier if people were peacefully assembled. Now, these guys are here at this crosswalk. You got to send a text, Acacia. Public safety order to disperse. And so now the police are telling the protesters to immediately disperse. You hear them, they said they're subject to arrest or other police action. I don't know what other police action is. Guys, it got funky up here again. I just knew I was gonna go home good. It got funky up here again. It got funky up here again. City and state law. Again, I want to show you guys the faces of the people that are out here. Now it's the third and final warning. Third and final warning. Now, the understanding, at least that was communicated over here, is that people peacefully assembled, then they could just do just that. Peacefully assemble. Unfortunately tonight, although the day has been mostly peace, man, it's no longer peaceful. It's no longer peaceful. For people just joining the stream, everything kind of went downhill. It looks like maybe about 40 minutes ago. I said that a protester
what's up, Tyler Paul? What's up, man? Tyler Paul, you sexy motherfucker.
What happened to civil society? Militarized police force. Bullshit.
Where's Eric at, Spicy? They're gonna start arresting now? Okay, well, I'm gonna head down then, I guess. Where are you hearing this at? On the scanner? Hopefully I run into Eric. Loud or soft? Honestly, the only thing I think people down here need... Ah, here we go, boys. Here come the police. They're trying to arrest people. Here they come. They're right behind us. Fuck. What was I just saying? Yeah, no, the group's all going down this way. The police are marching down that way for some reason. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if they're trying to cut us off or something, but... Shit, maybe the group did split up a
Media.
bit. Fuck.
Media. Okay, I'll keep moving. Media. Here's my pass right. Media. I'm moving. Media. We're live streaming right now. Media. Let's keep it cool. Let's keep it cool. Media.
There's another tank.
Armored personnel carriers. Now, they got the APCs coming down the streets.
Rather, I mean, I'm not a full-blown tank, but
APCs here on the street. This is media. Here reporting. Media badge out. Oh, you saw an article? Oh, yeah, they had me in the seat because we do the live stream from the street. Got media. I'm out here just reporting what I'm seeing. A threat. Not trying to threaten the police. I'm a member of the media. Here's my media pass.
What do they think they're blocking? That car
That's
from
the state
going
police
through?
right
I
there.
mean, come on, honey. All right.
Okay,
everyone,
well.
I think it's... Slowly, I'm gonna make my way down.
Okay. I think you could understand too that having a vantage point to the public is very important. No.
If you're watching this and you're angry.
All right. Yep. You got it, Chief. This is the scene right now.
Only thing
I've
be
been
angry
split
about
out. We're gonna follow the police instruction here. Been hit with a rubber bullet already once. So we'll follow the police instruction here.
I'd be angry at that. Shit.
At this point, cut off from any of the protesters that were down the street. We saw, I don't know the description, full carrier.
One block that way, walking downtown.
And some other vehicles up here on Pine. They've gone further down Pine and everything else. Now, I don't know who's responsible for what. But again, you guys hear me here. There's a vacuum. There's a vacuum. This is this crisis creates an opportunity for leaders maybe we ain't never heard of or anywhere. This creates an opportunity. You know, this situation needs leadership. It needs empathy. It needs people who understand humanity. It needs people who can understand all angles of this situation. You know, we can't keep doing this every night. Eric got shot with a rubber bullet last night, taking pictures. Been shot here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Been gassed yesterday. Gassed out here today.
And as a game
gassed
man,
downtown.
I mean, I'm gonna have the worst time in jail. Come on.
This has just been a lot.
Fuck, dude. Wow, I can't believe how many people are watching me. I just want to say thank you to Gunslinger Media who just donated.
The rest of the protesters pushed down Pine. We can see that the police have set up a barrier right there. My assumption is they stopped right there, that a lot of the protesters that you guys saw me with are on the other side of those out there. And so, and now we see more officers now coming down the street. The state troopers was in the front down there, and we've been telling you about the state troopers. The state troopers are one of the first ones. And now this is the current situation on Broadway in Pine in Seattle, Washington. I got split up again from Eric, and I got split up from Cam. So I don't know where Eric and Cam are at, but I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying, that they're okay throughout this situation. Sir, I just see you here on the corner. We're streaming to about 4,000 people right now. Yeah. I mean, what do you have any comment on?
If anything, we're scattered right now. Looks like we might be able to get through. No, I'll just can't tell.
I think we should be okay.
Yeah, I think we're okay.
Currently coming up on Pine and Boylston at the moment. See some people walking across the street, so it doesn't look like we're going to have much problem here. I don't know if you guys saw earlier, but there were some superheroes.
And I really appreciate you. You're doing a good job with your
dudes that were walking around keeping the peace, yelling at dudes that were trying to aggravate the police.
So what do we do?
Oh. That is awkward. That is really awkward. We're going home.
Your president a rapist!
That was,
It's like, oh, hi.
I was like, oh, how are you doing? All right, everyone, it looks like that's it for tonight. I am going to be covering the protests from start to finish every day until there are no more protests. I will be creating a Facebook page.
Thank you.
I'll be creating a Facebook page for this, so if you would like an invite to that, go ahead and just create a comment. Oh shit. Just go ahead and create a comment on this video, and I'll comment on your comment with a link, so you guys can see everything that's going on every day live. But for now, thank you guys for your love and support. And, thanks for staying tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Ubers don't even come up here. It'd be like